Welcome, everyone. We're gathered here today to celebrate the amazing tenacity and determination of two former board members, Tom Schmitt and Charley Appleton, who would have been recognized at the March 2020 annual meeting had COVID not struck our nation then. It was their shared vision of a new headquarters, their dogged determination, and their willingness to spend almost 5 years of their lives permitting and repurposing the former head garage into what has become the River Center. Without them, this project would not have been completed. The following slideshow showcases some of the major milestones in the project execution and the words of some of our many collaborators who've been gathered in the fall of 2020. In 2010, Tom Schmitt rejoined the WRWA board as president. He quickly recruited Charley Appleton, his good friend, as his vice president. They found an organization in transition and began a rebuilding process. Overseeing the renovation of the old head garage and transforming it into the River Center is their great accomplishment and their lasting legacy. From concept to design to construction and completion, Tom and Charley firmly guided the process. The result is WRWA's new home and a clearer path to more effectively protect the Westport River and its watershed. Here is some of what our collaborators had to say about working with Tom and Charley on the River Center project.
Tom and Charley, on behalf of the entire board of the Watershed Alliance, I thank you too for your tremendous commitment and work over the past decade. You have been remarkable agents for change, and you have transformed our organization. I am standing at the River Center with our beautiful river behind us, and this building would not exist if not for your dedication and persistence. Today, we are primarily focused on your River Center work. However, I want to make sure that none of us forgets the many other contributions you have made. You left us with an organization that is stronger than ever, financially, organizationally, and professionally. You stabilized our finances after the 2008 financial crisis. You built up a strong, committed board of directors. You updated our bylaws and personnel policies. And perhaps most importantly, you brought on board Deborah Weaver, our remarkable executive director. We thank you for successfully guiding our organization over the past decade and providing to us, the current board, the opportunity to do even greater things in the future in this wonderful new facility. We hope we will be able to uphold your high standards, and we hope that in retirement you are able to slow down and pursue other interests than just the Watershed Alliance. Thanks again, Charley and Tom.
This message is from John Moriarty, background advisor and spiritual guide. Who would have thunk? What sounded like a simple, great idea turned into 5 years of very hard work, with a great result. You might think that improving a truly wasted piece of land that is a critical piece of Westport and the Westport River watershed's history would be a simple, everyone's on board task. Oh, wish that it were true. Only due to the dedication to a terrific, not just satisfactory result by two very different yet equally dedicated people did this project become a reality. Unwavering, steady, one step at a time, all cliches, but also all true. Countless public hearings and meetings, forever negotiation with various local and state authorities, and starting with $0. Yet they got it done. It's wonderful from concept to the reality we see today, a project that does directly speak to the mission of the Westport River Watershed Alliance and all the lives that the river is part of. How lucky are we to be beneficiaries of the efforts of Tom and Charley. Thanks, guys.
This is Tom Kearns, president of DSK Architects and Planners and the designers of the new River Center project. On behalf of my team, I would like to extend a big congratulations and special appreciation to Tom Schmitt and Charley Appleton, who made the historic transformation of the head of Westport Garage possible. Tom, Charley, you are tremendous mentors and collaborative partners. The River Center project is an example of the many positive impacts that can result from vision, determination, and your positive energy. The River Center is now positioned to support the Watershed Alliance for generations to come, sustaining our environment and educating our community in a facility that demonstrates that we can both protect our heritage and invest in our future. DSK is very proud to have been a part of the WRWA River Center team, with Tom and Charley leading every step of the way. Thank you.
This message is from Bill Pardee, former board member, WRWA. Charley was the guiding spirit of the project once the decision to proceed was made, and it's hard to imagine a better fit for the job. He was amazingly patient and persistent in overseeing the design and bidding process, as well as the project manager, and contributed many of the grace notes through his own generosity, imagination, and skill. Tom was also deeply involved in the River Center project, but in my memory, he was the steady helm in very difficult financial seas. He had a sure sense of the finances, both operating and capital. He was able to identify and muster just the resources we needed, especially human resources, to bring the Alliance through and see the very successful completion of the River Center.
This message is from Bruce Cherbuck, Project Supervisor for Page Construction Company. With regards to working with Tom and Charley on the River Center, it was a pleasure to work with both of them. They always did their best to resolve all issues and kept the project moving forward while minimizing potential delays. You could see their passion for the center. I appreciated all their help and wish them both well. I hope the River Center is all they envisioned and continues to play a significant role in the preservation of the watershed.
Working with Charley and Tom was like having a baseball team with the best battery in the league. Whitey Ford and Yogi Berra, Sandy Koufax and Johnny Roseboro. These are the comparisons that spring to mind. And certainly in the final innings of this project, I slept better at night knowing Charley and Tom could finesse it all, always with a quip, never rattled by the occasional outburst in the stands.
Many thanks to everyone who lent us their words for this video tribute. Huge thanks from the staff, the board, and the full membership of the Watershed Alliance. We would not have had the chance to grow into our own future without your tireless efforts to envision and then execute the River Center. We now have the opportunity to be welcoming to the public and to grow our own deep roots into the Head neighborhood. Our work to protect this special estuary now has the traction of our location right alongside the river we cherish. Thank you, Tom and Charley, from all of us at the Westport River Watershed Alliance.